Hey, welcome to an episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Continuing with the BJCP style guidelines, we are moving on to a sub-style within the category that has its own sub-styles within it. Of course, I'm talking about 21B Specialty IPA. We're doing Jack's Abbey IPL, Excess IPL. This is a new product from them. I used to drink their stuff all the time when I lived in New York because, it was right there. And it's pretty fresh. They just showed up here in Florida, so that's really interesting. And in cans, finally. They're doing lagers. They definitely should be in cans. All right, so 21B Specialty IPA. Specialty IPA isn't a distinct style, but is more appropriately thought of as a competition entry category. Again, an umbrella style that covers a lot of stuff. Beers entered as this style are not experimental beers. They are a collection of currently produced types of beer that may or may not have any market longevity. The category also allows for expansion, so potential future IPA variants. St. Patrick's Day, Green IPA, Romulan Blue IPA. I don't know why they put that in there. Whoever wrote that, I think they were trying to be funny, but to me, they just kind of come off as a dick. Have a place to be entered without redoing the style guidelines. The only common element is that they have the balance and overall impression of an IPA, typically an American IPA, but with some minor tweak. I'll skip the next paragraph. Overall impression, recognizable as an IPA by balance. A hop-forward, bitter, dryish beer with something else present to distinguish it from the standard categories. Should have good drinkability regardless of the form. Excessive harshness and heaviness are typically faults, as are strong flavor clashes between the hops and their specialty ingredients. So all of that is just basically common sense, Definitely oxidation on here, but there's still plenty of hops here. I'm getting like kind of peach, tangerine, some more like stone fruit than tropical fruit. Definitely a little bit of like maybe pink grapefruit in there. There's a bit of a piney kind of character. I mean, it's plenty hoppy. And as far as like the actual malt base, well, I mean, I'm getting a lot of sweetness from the oxidation, but like nothing really specialty jumping out. Like there's sweetness, but it's not like I can ping it on any one particular thing. But yeah, I mean, if it wasn't oxidized, I mean, it would smell really, really good. I think the hops have dropped a little bit, but let's see what a 21B should be as far as aroma. Detectable hop aroma is required. Characterization of hops is dependent on the specific type of specialty IPA. Other aromatics may be present. Hop aroma is typically the strongest element. Yeah, so I mean, this whole style is basically kind of up to the judge to go hedonistic on it. It's just kind of like a wink and a nod, like you know how to judge an IPA. So, I mean, I'm definitely judging this like as an IPA, borderline double IPA, but I mean, it is a lager, so I mean, clean fermentation profile. I mean, no diacetyl, no acetaldehyde. It's just it's very hoppy. It's pretty malty, but also oxidized. I know I sound like a broken record here. It's good. I'm gonna say 9. If it wasn't oxidized, that'd be probably at least a 10 or 11, maybe even a 12. Appearance, well, it is a New England brewed IPA. They're out of Framingham, Massachusetts. Not quite as milkshakey as some other New England IPAs. In fact, I hold up to the light, I can actually see through the bottom. It's your typical, actually it's kind of like a apricot kind of color. That's like a 9 SRM, like almost exactly. Maybe 7 and 9. So I'd say 7 and 9 SRM. The head, again, that always comes up to the rim of the glass. It just fizzles out a little between the time I pour it and the time I start talking. Let's check the specs on appearance. Color depends on the specific type of specialty IPA. Most should be clear, although certain styles with high amounts of starchy adjuncts or unfiltered dry hop versions may be slightly hazy. Darker types can be opaque, making clarity irrelevant. Good, persistent headstand with color dependent on the specific type of specialty IPA. Yeah, it is kind of a bummer the head fizzled, but I think it'll come back. I still have more beer in the can, but to me, I mean, it's not great looking right now, but I'm gonna say 3, and maybe we'll come back to that. So, flavor, I guess we'll find out. Cheers. Yeah, so pretty well balanced. In fact, maybe a little too well balanced. The hops are strong, but the malts are strong too. And actually, it's not that the malts are strong; it's that the hops aren't as strong as they should and could be, because of the age of the can. I'm also getting some oxidation kind of sweetness in there. So, West Coast, basically hop varieties on there. Your citrus, your tropical fruits, a little bit of stone fruit, I would not say no pine, no resin, no grass, nothing like that. Nothing spicy or herbal. So it's like that juicy kind of taste. It's like a real dank kind of bitterness. Uh, the actual malt base is there. It's imparting like a lot of sweetness, a little bit of actually, like, well, I don't want to say a lot, but a moderate amount of caramel, maybe a little bit of toffee, definitely some lemon kind of flavor due to the oxidation. To me, this drink's like a much bigger IPA than it is. And what's interesting is that, because it's a lager, you go into it with some, expectations, but this is definitely drinking like an ale. I mean, there's nothing in the way of like overt yeast esters as far as like fruitiness or anything like that, and it's certainly clean fermented. I'm not getting green apple. I'm not getting diacetyl. So nothing like that. So as far as the fermentation went, that's on point. And yeah, to me, it's like a borderline single double IPA. If it was a fresher can, I think it'd be a lot better. But I mean, it has what you expect in a pretty strong extra IPA, I guess we could call it. Flavor. Hop flavor is typically medium low to high. Medium low. If it's medium low, is it really an IPA? I would say hop flavor is medium high, with qualities dependent on typical varieties used in the specific specialty IPA. Hop bitterness is typically medium high to very high. Again, I'd say medium high, with qualities dependent on typical varieties used in the specific specialty IPA. Malt flavor generally low to medium, with qualities dependent on typical varieties used in the okay, getting redundant here. Malt flavor to me, yeah, I'd say just over medium, maybe medium high, because it is quite sweet. Commonly will have a medium dry to dry finish. It's actually a pretty clean finish. The hops, they linger for just a moment or two, but then they kind of fade away pretty clean. I'm surprised. Some clean alcohol flavor can be noted in stronger versions. That's something I didn't comment on. 7.2, really not getting any alcohol, so that's really impressive. Various types of specialty IPAs can show additional malt and yeast characteristics depending on the type. It's good. It's not great, and I'm going to definitely take a point or two off for oxidation, so I'm going to say 14. If it was fresh, I think it'd be closer to a 17, 18. Mouthfeel. Yeah, I'd say it's about medium full, about moderate carbonation. It certainly doesn't feel like a lager in the mouth. Feels like an ale in the mouth. Kind of thick. A little bit. It's funny because it's kind of thick and sticky while you're drinking it, but it has such a remarkably clean aftertaste. I'm surprised. Like, there's like a little bit of hops and a little bit of malt, so it's a pretty even aftertaste. So it's like both hoppy and kind of malty. It's very smooth. 7.2, no alcohol, heat. Can't really taste any alcohol. Whatever alcohol is there, it's just blending with the natural character of the palate. So as far as flavor goes, at 7.2, it's in a nice 16-ounce pint can. This is a nice serving right here. So let's check specs on mouthfeel. Smooth, medium light to medium bodied mouthfeel. See, they should give you a broader range there. So I'm saying this is closer to a medium full. Medium carbonation, true. Some smooth alcohol warming can be sensed in stronger versions. It's funny. Like I said, I really don't get the alcohol in here. So I'm gonna go 3 out of 5 on mouthfeel. It's it's very smooth and it's easy to drink, but it could be a little better. Overall impression, I'm gonna say 7. That's a total score of 36 out of 50. I agree. I mean, I think that's it. Again, I'm repeating myself. If this was fresh, it'd probably be 8 or 9, maybe even a 10. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. Sorry this ran so long. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's beer review. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.